Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, dead of night, wherever you may be. It is the Race and Ticket channel you're listening to watch right now. This is Crash with you, and we are here with live coverage for qualifying for the Hungarian Grand Prix. We're about 4 minutes and a half, 4.5 minutes away from that pit lane green light start the session. Q1, again, we've got a few minutes to go. Not much to talk about with you in terms of decision documents. Yeah, the only thing that we had was basically Max Verstappen from FP2 throwing the towel out. That was listed as a unsafe release, which is a weird way to classify the the infringement that Max did. If you go on to most social media, if you see a lot of Max and Mario Kart memes, that's why. F1's just starting up their broadcast right now. Again, I believe we are just going over the track information right now. Again, this is the last qualifying session before the Grand Prix, and then the Grand Prix tomorrow, and then we are on summer break for 4 weeks. So we'll be back by the end of the month. Track record is 113.447, Lewis Hamilton in 2020. So it's a different. And the race lap record is 116.627 in Lewis Hamilton in 2020 as well. As for tires, we're dealing with C5, C4, C3 compound. So C5 is soft, C4 is medium, and C3 is the hards. If you guys got questions in chat, drop it in for me. I am going to put my name in chat for you, those in Twitch or YouTube. My apologies for those other chats. There is a Discord. I get the link for you guys. We also do have a Patreon for those who want to support us beyond joining whether YouTube, Twitch. Next year is asking if Hamilton could win a race this season. I mean, he's won a sprint race, so there's that already. I mean, if you want to be specific about Grand Prix, it's possible. Rain, it might. There's like clouds in the distance they pointed out on F1 TV, but one side of the track, like you look one way and it's blue skies, and the other way there's clouds in the distance. So they're going to keep an eye on that. Rain was not predicted for quali. It's not raining at all. So those are asking about rain. A lot of people in chat not paying attention. And we are now just moments away to the start of Q1. Right now, I'm trying to get some things set up. We're about 30 seconds away from a green light at pit lane and the start of the session. And pit lane has start open, so we are now underway. Faster, I've got two different streams going on here. So we have started Q3 and no one's come out, and this is going to be interesting. They're playing a game of chicken. Who's going to go out first? Well, thank everyone who's here, regardless of platform you're on, whether it's YouTube, a few thousand of you watching already with us. So a little more on Twitch right now. Still waiting for a car to come out. Again, at least we do have 18 minutes in this session, so. Hinch is being proven wrong that no one's coming out to get the clear and empty track right now. Who's the first? Showing sights coming out. Albin. So the Williams are going to go out first. Sit their bankers' laps with clean air for the most part. One TV did not show them showing them coming out of the garage or out of the pit lane. Thanks, guys. Anyways, we have Sainz and Albon on track right now on their outlap. I think those who are in Twitch right now, that would be Toro, Elliot, Itchy, Fariel, and XMMD. I want to thank those in YouTube chat who have joined the channel. That's like Polar Dark, Mayaki, Shay, Farkar is here. If you join the channel, say something so I can call you out. So Sainz and Albon are on flying laps now. Albon looks like he's got a slight advantage coming out of Sector 2, Sector 3. And it's going to be clean air for these entire laps. Red Bull coming out. Max and Sonoda exiting the track. And here comes the papaya after them. How's the weather? Beautiful skies, blue skies for most of it. There is a patch of dark clouds, but it's in the distance to one side of the track. Teams are now starting to pile out. Sainz coming around to finish this first banker lap. Albon and Sainz, again, is going to do a 118.282, which is, that's not going to get him anywhere. Albon is going to go, again, take that to 117.442. Gap 841, 8 over 8 tenths. Geneva Coley, why does someone in the race didn't start with all the races? Well, this is not the race itself. This is qualification. And this is, they go out as they see fit. Sainz locked up on a couple times on that lap and lost time. So it's going to be a few minutes before we get any new flying laps. I mean, Max is right now just past the hairpin. He's at 14 right now to the line, and will be going on his flying lap. He will have to deal with traffic on that lap. Ferraris are out, the Aston Martins are out, the Haas's are out. The Racing Bulls are next to come out. So Max and Tsunoda are on flying laps now. No, not necessarily great laps by Williams, but they are banker. If something were to happen, they are banker laps. Max is already fastest in the first sector. Yuki not that far off, about only a tenth behind. Max setting the second sector time. Yuki comes in. Yuki comes in again, just a tenth behind Max. Just looking pretty good so far. Max is going to come to the line. He's going to do 116.346. Yuki, we're looking at maybe a 16.6, maybe? 16.534. I'm off by a half a tenth. So 116.3 is the fastest time right now. Norris goes to the top board with 115.9. Then we've got Oscar coming around. Kurt starting flying lap. Hamlin's on a flying lap. Comes Oscar's time, and he goes faster than his team at 1:15.554. Difference of 3/10, 373. So we're already into the 1:15s in terms of times. Ocon goes up to 5th. We got a 5.99 euro donation. Giddy up, Max. Giddy up, go from Shay. Thank you so much for the support. Hamlin goes P3. He's 0.395. He's about 200ths behind Norris. Stroll goes 4th. He's 5.81 though. He's at 1:16.354. Bierman is 7th. Ocon is 8th. So those are where the Haas's are lying in. Alonso going 4th, just ahead of his teammate. 0.425 is the gap. A 1:15 lap time for Stroll. Leclerc going 6th, so behind Stroll. Again, we've got Isaac going 5th. 0.49 is the gap. 1:16.052 that lap time. Lawson is on his flying lap, coming to the line. Lawson goes 9th. So right now we're waiting for Anthony Russell, Bortolo, Hulkenberg, Colpino, and Gasly to make their first laps. They're on those flying laps right now. Sainz starting a new flying lap now. And I believe Albon's starting a new flying lap. Here comes Anthony to the line. He's going to come up and he's going to go 2nd. 0.228. It's a 1:15.782 lap time, fastest first sector. Russell has the fastest second sector and goes ahead of his teammate, only 73 thousandths faster than behind Oscar. Gasly goes to 14th. Got Colpino coming to the line. He goes 10th. Hulkenberg and Bortolo are the next two to come to the line. We've got a lot of teams pitting right now. Hulkenberg goes to 11th. Bortolo coming in. The line, he's going to go 12th. So we've got Williams on flying laps right now and everyone else on cooldown laps. So Sainz has to pass Alonso as he pits. He comes in 15th. And then we've got Leclerc, Isaac, and then Albon, and then Lawson behind him. Leclerc and Isaac pitting. Here comes Albon. And Albon goes up to 15th. So he is currently the driver at risk. Sainz, Tsunoda, Bierman, Gasly, Ocon are in the drop zone right now after first laps. Williams getting an advantage to getting 2 laps in. And they've gone from, it's interesting, they've gone and used a soft tire, a fresh set of soft tire on those first laps, came in, pitted, and put on new soft tires for this set here. Williams have no pace. Yeah, they're no pace. The new tires did not really help. I mean, Albon is 15, Sainz is 16. We're 7 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this session now. And right now, all the teams are pitting right now and setting up for another run that will happen in the next 2 minutes at the earliest. Again, you're listening to the Race Statistic Channel. This is Crash with you live coverage of qualifying 1 for the Hungarian Grand Prix. I know I'm usually considered the harbinger of red flags, but I do not expect to see any red flags this weekend. This track is very forgiving. It's referred to as Monaco without walls. So there's that. Stroll and Alonso are the first two out. They are now on outlaps on their next attempt. They could, in theory, maybe get two tries at the chance here. Bids of the day. Yeah, no red flags, please. Oh, come on, you're no fun. Red flags are always fun, except when they produce an hour and 20 minutes delay, or the cameras go out at Canada, or in Japan when the track goes up in flame multiple times. Those were interesting times. What upgrades did Merck bring to the race? Seems working. Well, actually, it's a downgrade. They've reverted back to an earlier suspension style, and Kimi has actually has performed a lot better with that older suspension style. Yeah. Stroll got a purple sector one right now. Alonso is also on a flying lap right now. Oscar Norris, Red Bull, Racing Bulls seem to be coming out again. Again, right now, we've got. I'm going to go through all the 116s. So that's Isaac Stroll, Leclerc, Colapino, Hulkenberg, Borrello, Max, Lawson are all under the 116.3, under 116.4. Lawson is Albin is 116.48, and Oscar's just done. Stroll has just gone third. He's done a 115.673. Here comes Alonso. Alonso's on a purple sector 1, sector 2. Alonso's on top of the board right now, 115.281. So he is going to come in after these guys are going to come in after that, and they're done. Aston Martin's looked good this weekend. Aston Martin, the Mercedes, Ferrari, McLarens, even the Sauber guys. Alpine has had moments where they look good. There's a lineup on pit lane right now. We're waiting for what is going on. They are slowly coming out of the pits. Stewards are going to yell about this. You'll probably see Delta Time complain about. Oscar right now on a flying lap. He's got the fastest first sector right now. Norris is on a flying first lap as well. A flying lap right now. Sector 1, he's only half a tenth behind Oscar in sector 1. 27.48 versus a 27.52. We got Oscar coming around 14, Norris coming to 13. Oscar beats Alonso by 70 thousandths, the full purple lap. Comes Norris. Norris comes in behind Alonso, P3. He's 3/10 off. Norris does a 115.523 versus Oscar's 115.211. Norris not looking great so far compared. I mean, it's 3/10, but I mean they're both in the 115s. Snowder gets to the 115.899. The 115s will guarantee you into Q2. Isaac just jumps up to P3, 115.516. He's only 3/10, 305 versus Norris 3/112. That's a 7 thousandths of a difference between those two. Max just came in 7th. Yuki came in 10th. Hulkenberg came in 12th. They've been pushed down one or two places already. Sainz comes up to 7th, 115.652. Colpino right now is a driver at risk. Leclerc right now on an outlap. Comes Gasly. He's going to come across, and that's going to get him to 13th. Lawson right now 17th, coming across the line. And he starts a flying lap. Colpino coming across the line. He's going to go to 11th. Albon right now, he's 18th. He's going to go to 17th. He's not going to get out of the drop zone. Right now, Leclerc is in the drop zone, but he's on a flying lap. Lawson's on a flying lap. Behrman and Ocon on a flying lap. The next one to come across the line out of that group is Ocon. We know already Albon is out in Q1. Hulkenberg is the driver at risk. He has done his lap. And Ocon goes 15, knocks out Hulkenberg. So Ocon at risk right now. Behrman goes to 10th, pushes Gasly to 15th. Ocon is out at 16th. So the two drivers right now is Leclerc and Lawson. Leclerc will come across the line first. Hamilton goes 9th. That's going to keep Gasly at 15th. Leclerc goes 5th. That is going to drop out Gasly. And that's going to leave Lawson. He's the next one to cross the line. And he goes to 14th. That knocks out Tsunoda. Lawson knocks out Tsunoda. So we've got Tsunoda, Gasly, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Albon are the 5 drivers who are going to be knocked out in Q1. What's the turn flying lap? That's a flap. That means they're going as fast as possible, Eric the Red. So this is the qualifying lap. This is comparison to a out lap, which is a lap where they are doing when they're coming out of the pits, or a cool down lap, which comes usually after a flying lap. They need to cool down the car, get the tires back in a better formation, recharge the battery. So we call that a cool down lap. Again, a flying lap is a fast lap. It's where they're going and trying to set the time for qualification. Again, in Q1, we have Tsunoda 16th, Gasly 17th, Ocon 18th, Hulkenberg 19th, and Albon 20th. These are the drivers who have been knocked out in Q1. Of note, Alonso is P2 on the board right now. Isaac is P3. Bartolo is... What just happened? We just got a yellow flag. Lawson had gone through. Bartolo is 6. Russell 7th, Sainz 8, Stroll is 9th, Hamilton is 10th. Max is 11th right now. Behrman is 12th, Antonelli 13th, Lawson 14th, Colpino is 15th. Again, this is the Race Statistics channel. This is Grash with you live coverage of qualification. We've just finished Q1. We are now in that time between Q1 and Q2. Tsunoda was much closer. No, Tsunoda was not 1.61 off. That's much closer. Oh, you're talking from him to... No, he was... Colpino gap was 664. Tsunoda's gap was 688. So he was 22 thousandths, 0.022. very, very tight qualifications. We were all, except for Albin, we were under a second. Albin was just over a second. Hulkenberg was 0.87, so we're under 9/10ths from P1 to P19. And Q2 will be delayed because they are sweeping the track right now. Looked like Lawson went over the gravel, or it was just that. Why delay? They're sweeping the track of gravel. So we'll have a bit of a delay while we wait for the track to be swept. Hulkenberg again not qualifying well. This has been a string. Even with the podium that he got, he didn't qualify. He qualified 17th, started 17th. Ocon again not qualifying well. Gasly not qualifying. These were two teammates who are being beat by the rookies right now. Colpino, Behrman, and Borrell are in. They're out. Albin being beat by Sainz. This is the first time. Clearly, something has gone wrong with Albin this weekend. Sainz managing to get his car to P8. Again, we're under a yellow flag because they're cleaning the track with gravel. Just looking at right now. Are we looking to get a sprinkle of rain in Q3? They dangled the possibility of that earlier on, but I don't know what to tell you. Rain was not predicted in the forecast today. I think the moderators on F1 TV wanted to tease something in Q3. Welcome to F1 Geneva. So basically, we're in the qualifying session right now for the Grand Prix. This is going to set the grid. Qualifying takes place over 3 sessions: Q1, Q2, Q3. 18 minutes for Q1, 15 minutes for Q2, 12 minutes for Q3. And they just finished Q1, and we're going into Q2. So right now, the way things work, the bottom 5 drivers are going to be knocked out after Q1. The next 5 drivers at the bottom are going to be knocked out from Q2, and going in, and then leaving us the last 10 drivers to shoot out for the last 10, for pole and the P1 through P10. What about tomorrow? What's the weather forecast for tomorrow? It's depending on who you're talking to, 40 and 60% chance of rain. And the qualifying is going to start in the next 40 seconds. Yeah, Q2 16:27. That's just about now. And so I've got. So I'm. Oh, it just started. Got like 3 different things I can look at, and one is 10 seconds ahead of the other. Another one is 15 seconds of another, and the internet. And Antonelli is going to be the first coming out of the pits in Q2. Again, 15 minutes in Q1. Russell, obviously, the next to come out. Someone asked me when Q3 is. Let's finish Q2. Q2. Yep, Colpino did out qualify Gasly. That is official. He could get even higher in Q2. Stroll, Alonso out next, then followed by Bierman, Barletto, Lawson, Isaac. Now, Antonelli and Russell right now coming to the end of their outlaps. They are going to start their laps. They will have traffic this time. Yeah, wouldn't. Antonelli and Russell have started their flying laps. Russell is going to have to pass Verstappen on the straight before turn 4. Is it starting to rain? Looking right now. It is not raining yet, gentlemen. So please. So Anelli goes a 116.3. Russell is a 116.057. Again, these are not exactly great times. I mean, the knockout for Sonoda was 115.85. Stroll does a 115.680, which is about the knockout time from Q1. Alonso does 113. Wait, yeah, 115.359. So that is better. Gammon comes in third. And Bartlett comes in fifth. Comes Lawson. Lawson comes into fifth. What is going on? Are they just not getting good times? Isaac comes in third. So everyone below Stroll, P2 right now below Stroll, those are not good times. Those would have not knocked him out in Q1. Colpino goes ninth. He's over a second off. Almost 2 seconds off the pace. Max comes in P6.692. And Colpino's lap time has been deleted, so he's going to drop down to 15th. Again, we've got 10 minutes to go in this session. Norris has gone a full purple lap of 114, 890. So he's a half a second faster than Alonso. Hamlin comes in 9th. Not really sure what to make of this. Oscar comes in 51 thousandths faster. Sorry, behind Norris. 114.941. Oscar had the fastest second and third sector. So, yeah, McLaren's break the 114. Alonso is a 115.359. He's probably safe. Again, Stroll with a 115.680. I mean, that was just slightly better than the knockout time. Isaac was 115.781. He's on the still better than Sonoda's time. And then we get Beerman at 6, 115.987. Yeah, this is weird. It's like from Beerman down all the way down to Antonelli, they're over a second off of Norris's time. So we got everyone set up in with times except for Colpino, who's got a lap time deleted. We've got 7 minutes 45 seconds left to go in this session right now. So we're about just a few seconds off halfway through this session. Everyone behind the Beerman and everyone was on used tires except Lawson. Right now, the clerk is the driver at risk. Hamilton is 11th, Sainz is 12th, Borrello 13th, Antonelli 14th, Colapino has a lap time deleted. Those are the drivers at risk. Stroll is coming back out. He is the first one to come out. Does turn 9 have gravel? It's more turn 11 to turn. There's gravel around turn 11 to 12. Is where the gravel issue was. Asmans did not use softs. They are on fresh softs, and Stroll is on brand new sticker softs. What we mean by a sticker tire means it hasn't been used yet at all. Those of you who are asking about the rain, it is not raining at all. Stroll down flying. Yeah, he just came out of the pits, dude. Prince Ryukin here in chat. Another one of our green chatters. What are they cooking? Pirelli tires, apparently. Stroll coming to the hairpin at 13. Now at 14, coming to the line. He's about to start a new flying lap. See if he's starting a flying lap. He might go around again and warm up the tires for a second time. Stroll picking up speed. He did not start that lap well, but he's now picking up speed in sector 1. It's going to be a green sector, the 27.493. He's half a tenth off of Norris's fastest sector time. Now he's picking up speed. He's got subsectors that are purple in 2. Stroll comes in just another half-tenth behind Oscar's fastest Sector 2 time. So he's about 1/10 off collectively so far. He's going to come to the line. And Bierman comes out, and this is where the rush of cars are going to come out. Stroll's going to go to P3. He's 2.39. He was about 2/10 off Sector 3. So that's a good time. I could see him come in after this lap and not worry for Q3. So we got Bierman, I think, Norris, Leclerc, Hamilton on track, Stroll. Norris is going to pass Stroll. Lawson, then Isaac coming out of the pits. And there is a pile up of cars on pit lane. And Sainz is stuck with cars going around him. Bordel's get the same fate as well. They're not letting him join in. Comes Norris to the line. He's going to start a flying lap. Stroll coming to the line. I expect him to pit. Clerk going now. He also not having a good start off that lap. Norris did as well. Did not start the lap well. Here comes Lawson. Lawson's picking up speed. He's green in the last two sectors of the lap before he started the flying lap. So that's a good start. Clerk does a 27.4. 4.89, so another 0.04 difference. Ooh. Clerk having to work his way through these turns right now. He's hitting these curbs hard. Oh. F1 TV right now is with Clerk through his driver cam, and he's hitting his curbs hard. Is Alonso not going to go again? I don't think so. He doesn't need to. Same with Stroll. I mean, Stroll just came in. Stroll is most likely safe. Clerk is going to finish that lap P5. And that is done. Bierman's going to finish his lap P6. Hamilton comes in P7. So these are times that are now cooked in. They don't have enough time to go back around. Lawson coming to the line right now. It's going to come P6. Colpino right now on an outlap. Finished his outlap, is now starting his lap. Here comes Isaac. Isaac is on his flying lap. He goes P6. Sainz is on his outlap, now starting a flying lap. Antonelli's next to come to the line. He's coming to the line on his flying lap. He's currently 14th. He goes up to 8th. Russell right now, where is Russell? Russell is 11th. He's in the drop zone. He's coming across the line right now. It's going to get him up to 4th. That's going to push Hamilton down to 11th. Hamilton's going to be out. Here comes Max. He's currently 12th. He goes up to 8th. He's going to push Bierman out. Bortolao is 14th. He goes to 10th. He's going to push Antonelli out. So Antonelli, Bierman, and Hamilton are out, waiting on Sainz and Colapino. Norris and Oscar were on flying laps that abandoned those laps. They don't need to. Here comes Colpino, 15th has that time. He's gonna set a time for 14th. He's gonna be out though. Here comes Sainz. He's the last driver. Will he kick out Borlau or does he? No, he doesn't. He goes up to 14th, dropping Colpino to 15th. So we know our drivers who are going to be out. It's going to be Antonelli, Behrman, Hamilton, Sainz, Colpino. That means gives us Norris, Oscar, Stroll, Russell, Alonso, Leclerc, Isaac, Verstappen, Lawson, Borlau in Q3. Again, we got Antonelli, Behrman, Hamilton, Sainz, and Colpino out in Q2. Again, another disappointing qualifying session for Hamilton. Is Stroll actually that quick this weekend in practice? He was in practice, yes, but he's been showing here in qualification he's been fast as well. Hold on. So Antonelli's he was already his lap time was deleted. He's now dropped down to 15th. Colpino is 14th, Sainz is 13th, Hamilton 12th, Behrman 11th. Yeah, right now, yellow flag. Q3 is probably going to be delayed again. Sector 15, that's from the straight from 11 to 12 to 12A into the hairpin turn. Marshals are going out again to sweep the track of gravel. So we're going to be slightly delayed. Again, you're listening to the Race Statistics channel. This is Crash with you with live coverage of the Hungarian Grand Prix. We just finished qualifying 2. We're in a wait zone between Q2 and Q3 right now. We have yellow flag out. Marshals will look like going to have to go about and sweep the track. They did that between Q1 and Q2. Looks like they're doing that again now in between Q2 and Q3. Q3 will start at 16:50, so that's in 5 minutes. Only 5 drivers have won 4 or more championship title. I don't think that's right, Spectre said. Our Aston Martin having a strong weekend so far. We'll see how that translates tomorrow. Yeah, they've qualified well and then not have the race pace. Now, if it rains tomorrow, Stroll's going to do really well. Got them all right. Schumacher, Hamilton, Fangio, Prost, and Verstappen. So you've gone backwards in time. Yeah, I think the answer is actually 6. It's not 4. Sorry, but Anthony's not an A-grade F1 driver. He's also a rookie driver. And I would give him some time. He is developing. Anthony's the slowest of the rookies. No, he's not. That's not correct. He just happens to be the slowest in qualifying, though he did qualify. He did beat Behrman and Colapino before the lap was deleted. Probably said it here. Good to see you, my friend. Another one of the green chatters. Um, oh, everyone. Max at this state because Newey's decision to leave. It's more than just Newey's decision to leave. I mean, there was more people than just. The other factor in play is that again, Red Bull did bring cap, and we're now finally feeling that penalty really hitting the car. It started last year, and now hit it this year. Kid in the crowd with a Cars t-shirt on with a chow across the top. We are setting up right now. We're about within a minute of Q3. Maybe more third. We are right now 12 minutes on the clock for Q3. There we go. We are into Q3 right now. And the Aston Martins are going to be the first ones out of the gate. And it looks like they are charging out. There may be a risk of rain that I'm not aware of, that they may be aware of, because I've seen them not go out right away on Q3. Me asking Max stayed with Red Bull or Belgian beer. I asked why not both. Heiser and Stroll will do well. I mean, he's been consistent. He's been consistent this weekend, Bandely. He's been consistent all weekend long, not just here in quali, but also in practices as well. Stroll first across the line to start a flying lap. He's going to pass Max before he comes out of the pits. Alonso is next, and then Lawson. 9 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this session. Again, this is Q3, and this is the Hungarian GP qualifying Q3. Stroll right now is the first driver on the flying lap. We've got Alonso, then Lawson. I believe Leclerc is next. Norris coming in line after that, then Oscar and Bartolo. Stroll coming to 14th right now. Stroll's going to set a 116.660. Here comes Russell start his flying lap. Alonso's next. Alonso does a 116.025. So, yeah, we're seeing Lawson comes in P2, 116.649. Lurk comes in another 0.6 back, 116.30. That's weird seeing these high lap times in early Q3. Norris does a 115.493. Here comes Oscar. Oscar's going to come across the line. He goes P1, 115.398. So right now, Oscar on provisional. Faster third sector for Oscar. Barlow comes in P6. Russell right now on a flying lap. Purple sector 1, purple sector 2. It's coming around 14 to the line. He goes P1. He drops time good 0.3 in Q3. Difference between Oscar to Russell. Delta is 2.35. Stroll's lap time was deleted. And Isaac, I don't think he's come out yet. So Isaac and Stroll do not have time set yet in Q3. Bartolo is P8. He's 1.7 back. Not a great lap at all. Oscar again, top of the board with a 15.398. Norris is 0.96 back. Russell is 0.234 back. Alonso is 0.627 back. Verstappen is 7.85 back. And then Leclerc is over a second, 1.232. Lawson is 1.251. And then Bordello 1.736 is the top 8 who have set times. We've got about 6 minutes left to go in this section. We've got 3 cars on track, which is Bordello, Russell, Verstappen. Verstappen's the last one who will pit. I'm going to bring these cars in, and they will be out in the next minute to minute and a half. They are doing what they can to get these cars back into the garage, get them set, make any adjustments and set up for their last run. Lou pointing out the last time the driver was qualified from qualifying due to fuel is Valtteri Bottas in Silverstone 2023. Why was his lap time deleted? Because he went off. Basically, he went off the track. There's a white line that's on the track. If they go past the white line, technically off the track, and therefore their lap time gets deleted. Stroll and Alonso are out on track. They're going to go out. And this is interesting. Aston Martin's been pushing their cars out early. And as it stands right now, they're going to come around. Stroll is going to have fully clean air, no traffic on his flying lap. And he might get a second chance at that, given he will be able to go around again. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left. Stroll starts his lap. So Stroll getting clean air. And Alonso's going to get clean air as well. We're under 4 minutes now in this session. Again, we're the Race Statistics channel. Stroll now having good. He's only 2 tenths off of Sector 1's fastest time. Alonso's now set the fastest Sector 1 time. And now everyone else is coming out. Leclerc, Isaac, Lawson. Here comes Stroll to the line. Stroll's looking good so far. 26 points. So Stroll is only 1/10 behind Oscar's time. And he's got a chance to go around again and actually do another lap. Here comes Alonso. And Stroll got the fastest third sector out of that. Here comes Alonso. He's got a fast subsector. Alonso's going to come in P2. He's only 0.83 behind Oscar's fastest time. Right now, I think everyone is out on track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Except for Max, who may be coming out last in this order. What did they put in the Astons? Geez, well, I mean, Newey's giving them hints on what he could be doing to improve the car. He's not actively working on the 2025 car. He's working on the 2026 car, but he has given some points of where they could have improved the car. And if that's really what's going on, this end of these last 10 races are going to be crazy with Aston Martin in the mix. Norris just finished his lap. And again, he's not getting that first subsector. Again, not getting a good start on the lap. So Oscar's starting it. He's getting a good start on the lap. Tractor transformed into a car. Optimus Prime roll out, guys. Moving on. We've got 30 seconds left to go. And Aston Martin has decided to pit. So they are done with this session. So Alonso right now P3, Stroll P5 on the board. Isaac just went P7. That's going to lock him there. So Borleau, Lawson, Verstappen on flying laps. Norris, Oscar, and Leclerc. Leclerc at top of the board right now, 115.321. Right now, provisional pole. Here comes Oscar. Oscar's coming around. He's not improving in his times. Does not improve position. So Oscar's going to come in P2. Here comes Lawson. Lawson's P9 right now. He's improved in his times. He goes up to 7th. He's going to move Isaac to 8th. Here comes Barlow. Barlow right now is 10th. He jumps to 7th. He moves Lawson and Isaac down. Right now, Stappen and Russell are the two we're waiting on. Russell had an okay, he's 3/10 off in sector 1, another 10th off in sector 2. He's going to come to the line. So I'm going to move up to 4th. And we've got Max right now coming to the line. He's improved all the sectors. He's only going to get up to 8th. And that is going to be it. That is our qualifications. The clerk is going to be on pole. Someone check Matt Gallagher. He's not overheating. Yeah, Leclerc ends up being our P1 on pole. Oscar is second. He's only 26,000 behind. Norris is 41,000 behind for P3. Russell was fourth, 53,000. Lonzo is just a 10th behind. Stroll was 1.26 behind. So P1 through P6 is under 2/10. Under 4/10 to Bordelais, 3.53. 3.56 Max, 4.49, and 5.43 for Isaac. Yeah, imagine Max's reaction. Yeah, is everyone Astronaut going to hold up everyone tomorrow? They could. I mean, Russell could do that as well. But yeah, no. It's been interesting because we've been seeing Leclerc, Oscar, and Norris, in the top 3 through practice this weekend, and it's just now it's been shuffled around where Leclerc got the top billing this in here in qualifying, Oscar second in Leclerc, and then Norris third. Yeah, from everyone here at the Racing 60 channel, this is going to be our coverage for qualifying. We will be back tomorrow for the race itself. I'll be doing the race. If you guys might think you might be interested in doing commentary for F1, we are looking for some new people. I'm looking for more people to help jump onto the channel and work with us. I started by doing practices. We had no one doing the practice sessions, and that's how I got my start here on the channel. And when Ryan took a step back last year, I've moved up to doing races quali. But I've been doing pretty much every session, and that is not sustainable. To be quite honest, not even the F1 commentators are at every race. So we are looking for more people to help fill out our roster of people doing commentary on the channel. Again, from everyone here at the Race Statistics channel, we stick with F1 dash. There's some max delta time. Okay, they were complaining about going too slow, and they've ignored max delta time every single time in the past 5 races. All right, again, for everyone at right here at the Race Statistics channel, have a good day or night or dead of night it may be for you. We will see you tomorrow for the race. Take care, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.